Hello YouTubers, hello, welcome back to another video. How do you do, vinyl community and the rest of you? This video is about, it's a bit late actually, but I haven't really had time to do it until now. But a week ago it was another record fair at Solna. I've been doing many videos about them before, so perhaps this is a bit, another Solna Record Fair video. Still, it was fun to be there, and if I've been a bit so-so about what I've been finding the last couple of years, this time I thought, yeah, I got some really interesting and good records back with me this time. So, I'm going to show them to you now. You may notice that we have a bit of a different background here, and it is because I have now this as a new music room, and been working quite hard on getting it ready. It's more or less ready now, even if there's always lots of things to do to improve and so on, but so far I'm quite happy about it. So that's one reason why I haven't really had the time to make any video about last weekend's record fair until now, but still, here we go. Let's start with, well, I guess you're familiar with these beautiful records that look a bit like this. And you know that you often find concerts on them, and they are never official releases, and sometimes the sound quality is awful. The record company who has been issuing these have been very different too. I remember a company called B13 some years ago. These are issued by a company called Rainbow Records, and they had some nice interesting records there to pick between, but I picked three that I thought that I would actually like and enjoy, and I hoped that the sound would be good. If nothing else, they look very good. And this first one in orange and black splatter is The Doors. It's a radio concert broadcast aired by WNDT channel 13 in 1969. These are usually numbered records, around 500 copies. This is also supposed to be numbered, but they forgot to put the number in, so not sure whether it's the case with this as well. It's from April 28th and 29th, 1969. And I'm not a die-hard fan, although I like The Doors when they are at their best. This is a fairly okay concert recording. It's taken from a tape copy, of course, that has aged a bit, but still it is definitely listenable. It doesn't sound, I mean, it's a radio broadcast, so it doesn't sound as if somebody's been sitting with a cheap tape recorder recording in the audience. No, we got really radio sound quality, although taken from a bit of a worn tape copy. Still, it's good. The same goes with the next one, and this is Bob Dylan live in Font Collins. Same company, a radio broadcast also, so that's good for the sound quality. From recorded in Colorado in 1976, and we have a nice mix of the current songs of the mid-70s together with some old classics, and it's a good concert. And the sound quality is, yeah, it's all right. There are quite a lot of concert records with Bob Dylan out there, and many of them are official. This is not an official release, but it is a very pretty issue, and it has a decent sound, so also well worth having. Then the last one of these colorful records is Leonard Cohen live at the Complex 1996, radio broadcast from Los Angeles, April 18th, 1993, and This is the best one, I think, of these, because this has a very good sound. This is recorded probably straight from the soundboard, or if that is the familiar expression, not sure. And he's in good form. We have songs like, well, the ones, well, most of them are from the I'm Your Man album, but also Dance Me to the End of Love, and yeah, so it's a great Leonard Cohen recording and a very nice issue. I was very happy to find this. I listened to it twice already. Then we have another Leonard Cohen issue. First we take Manhattan. And this is when this is a live recording from the Beacon Theatre in New York in downtown Manhattan in 2009, and we have a nice collection of songs from the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. This is on the Swinging Dog Records, and this is a record or an issue that you can't sell it on Discogs. So of course it is not legal. It's not an official issue, and it's not one that the people who are in charge of Leonard Cohen's estates would like to be seen sold. But it doesn't matter really to me this time, because great recording taken from radio broadcast. He's in good form here as well, even if this is 16 years later. So, and it was quite cheap. I bought it from the same seller. I think it's a German seller at the record fair here in Solna. Apart from that, the records that I've found this time, it's been a lot about 50s rockabilly and 60s, female pop singers. Let's start with a compilation album with Anne Margaret. This is a compilation with her recordings, well, from the 60s, maybe, yeah, 60s. And it is an issue from the 1980s. Fold out sleeve, lots of nice images of her. I mean, she was a very photogenic girl, this half Swedish girl. I mean, she went to Sweden. Well, she was born in Sweden, but went to America in a very young age, so she's probably more American. And of course, she was one of the female stars that could really, well, give Elvis Presley a fight for the attention in movies like Viva Las Vegas. And she's a great singer, although she had more success as a movie actress than as a singer. Over to another great singer, Wanda Jackson, Right or Wrong. This is from the early 60s, although I think it's a later pressing. It's a Belgian pressing actually, but with some really great songs like Stupid Cupid, Brown Eyed Handsome Man, Right or Wrong, of course. Yeah, and Wanda Jackson is one of the greatest female rock singers of all time. Even when she became more of a, well, Christian country singer, she kept the right vibe in her voice and made those recordings interesting to listen to as well. But this is early 60s. She's still a rocking girl, and it's a lovely album. Glad I found it. And over to another great female singer, Brenda Lee. I realized when I found this that I didn't have any records by Brenda Lee before. And the main reason why I bought this is because of the title number, Johnny One Time. That's been one of my favorite, well, country pop ballads of the last years. But I've only heard it in Swedish versions before, but I was happy to find this version, and I think it was a late hit for her, 1969, I think, or was it even a hit? I'm not sure, but it's one of these songs that we keep on hearing nowadays as well. Many other famous songs on this album too, but it's this I mainly bought for the title number Johnny One Time by Brenda Lee. And a very nice compilation album with Linda Scott. Great Scott! Her greatest hits, and she is of course mostly known for the very cute I've told every little star. Dum da dum da 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 dum da dum da 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 da. You know that one. And this is a very sweet song, and you can't help getting a bit happy and jolly when you hear it. And this is a very full packed compilation album on the Canadian American Records label. I think we have around 18 songs on this album, so you get a lot for the money here, and it wasn't that expensive either. From the early 60s, Linda Scott, Great Scott. Pardon me while I refresh myself. Yeah, that was the 12-inch part of the haul. I bought this nice binge of 10-inch records, mostly with more or less new rockabilly and many reissues. This is Rusty Steel and a Tin Tax Lost Sessions on the BB's records. That's rockabilly. The Rockers, Rockin' Dream, a 10-inch 45 single, also very nice. I got these for a very low price, so I thought, why not? And when I showed them that I was interested in them, they probably wanted to get rid of them, so I got them even cheaper. I didn't even have to ask for it. Then we have Las Vegas, Wildfire, Can You Say Cool? Another 10-inch record with some good rockabilly of more recent date. By recent I mean after 1950s. Oh yeah, then I found this. On the Cruising in the 50s label, Johnny Bennett Trio, Sweet Love on My Mind, and what does that say? The Train Kept A-Rolling on a 78 RPM. This is vinyl though. It's printed in the 1990s when this label Cruising in the 50s printed some old 50s classics on vinyl, 78 RPM records, limited edition. This is number 16. I don't know how big the edition was, so, but still, such a fun issue with many papers with leaflets and information and about the other issues and in the whole series. It would be nice to find more of these. Stuff like these turned to get a bit valuable because they were printed in a very small limited edition for collectors mainly. So it was interesting to find it for such a low price as I found it now in Solna. Yeah. Rockabilly from all over the world. Real Cool Rockabilly Volume 1. Compilation album on Sleazy Records. It's a Spanish label. I don't know if all the groups on this album are Spanish. I haven't checked that, but it's another 12-inch with interesting rockabilly. And then Me and My Six Strings Club, another compilation, one-man band compilation with Elvis Presley and his ukulele on the and Elvis Presley isn't on this record, so, but it was a fun issue. And then finally some reissues with old music from the 50s. Jerry Lee Lewis, the pumping piano cat, a really stomping 10-inch album on the Sun label, as you can see, and it's from the early 80s. This issue, I think it's a French pressing. I've seen similar pressings before with Jerry Lee Lewis, and I even bought some maybe 15 years ago in Piteå at Nolia, if anybody's interested. Then finally I found two Japanese reissues of early Elvis Presley albums. First we have Elvis Golden Records, and this is, of course, well, you can recognize a gold lame suit. It's the same material as you would find on Elvis Golden Records Volume 2. But well, instead of the 10 songs, there are only 8 songs. So I think Don't and one other song has been removed from this. But it starts with I Need Your Love Tonight, Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, My Wish Came True, blah 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 blah. Japanese pressing, and this is red vinyl. The original back in the 50s weren't issued on red vinyl, but this is. And then finally, we have Elvis Presley y son conjunto. It's a Chile, it's a Japanese repressing of a very rare Elvis Presley issue from Chile. And the original, I've heard, is extremely rare and extremely sought after. So it's thank you, my friends in Japan, for getting the idea to reprint this. It's on green vinyl and it's very nice. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. I mean, Elvis Presley is always Elvis Presley. Now, I hope you all have found this video not too incredibly boring, and I will say I will end this video by saying, well, welcome back soon again, and hope to see you soon again. Thank you for watching, and toodaloo.